As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster. There was Jimmy and Tommy and me, and there was Anthony Stabile.
How you doing?
Frankie Carbone. And then there was Mo Black's brother, Fat Andy.
How you doing, buddy?
And his guys, Frankie the Wop.
Ain't got in trouble?
Freddie No-Nos.
How you doing?
And then there was Pete the Killer, who was Sally Balls' brother.
I took care of that thing for you.
And you had Nicky Eyes.
What's up, guy?
And Mikey Francesi.
Oh, that guy, yeah, I want to see him.
And Jimmy Two Times, who got that nickname because he said everything twice, like...
I'm gonna go get the papers,
To me, being a gangster was better than being president of the United States. Even before I first wandered into the cab stand for an after-school job, I knew I wanted to be a part of them. It was there that I knew that I belonged. And to me, it meant being somebody in a neighborhood that was full of nobodies. They weren't like anybody else. I mean, they did whatever they wanted. They double parked in front of a hydrant and nobody ever gave them a ticket. In the summer, when they played cards all night, nobody ever called the cops.
Must I forever be a beggar? These golden dreams will not come true.
Only snacks, all right.
Will I go from rags to
Tootie Cicero.
my fate is up to you?
Tootie. Tootie ran the cab stand and La Bella Vista Pizzeria and a few other places for his brother Paul, who was the boss over everybody in the neighborhood.
Hey, Paulie.
Paulie might have moved slow. But it was only because Paulie didn't have to move for anybody.
Must I forever be?
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Couldn't have been more than 28 or 29 at the time, but he was already a legend. Now, he'd walk in the door and everybody who worked the room just went wild. He'd give the doorman 100 just for opening the door. He'd shove hundreds in the pockets of the dealers and all the guys that ran the games. I mean, the bartender got 100 just for keeping the ice cubes cold.
Yeah, I was gonna say to take all your guineas money.
Jimmy, I'd like you to meet the kid Henry.
How you doing? Pleasure.
Thank you. All right. Keep coming.
See, Jimmy was one of the most feared guys in the city. Now, he was first locked up at 11, and he was doing hits for mob bosses when he was 16. See, hits never bothered Jimmy. It was business. But what Jimmy really loved to do, what he really loved to do was steal. I mean, he actually enjoyed it. Jimmy was the kind of guy who rooted for the bad guys in the movies.
Give me your wallet. You might know who we are. We know who you are. Understand?
You know, he was one of the city's biggest hijackers of booze, cigarettes, razor blades, shrimp and lobsters. Shrimp and lobsters were best. They went really fast. And almost all of them were gimmies. I mean, they just gave it up, no problem. They called him Jimmy the Gent.
Tommy, help the lady.
Drivers loved them. They used to tip him off about the really good loads. And, of course, everybody got a piece.
Thanks, Jimmy. I'll be back for the rest later.
Okay, see you later. Henry, come here. Say hello to Tommy.
Hey, how you doing, Andrew?
We're just going to be working together. Okay? Help him.
Sounds good.
Go ahead. Hey, Jimmy! You got anything good?
And when the cops, they assigned a whole army to stop Jimmy, what did he do?
How you doing, Joe?
He made them partners.
Okay. Jimmy, I'd complain, but who'd listen?
As far back as I could remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
I don't like violence, Tom. I'm a businessman. Blood is a big expense.
Henry Hill. The people of the state of New York versus Henry Hill. Docket number 704162.
Yes, sir, that's me.
Counselor, proceed.
Congratulations. Here's your graduation present.
What for? I pinched.
Everybody gets pinched, but you did it right. You told them nothing, and they got nothing.
I thought you'd be mad.
Man, I'm not mad. I'm proud of you. You took your first pinch like a man, and you learned the two greatest things in life.
What?
Look at me. Never rat on your friends, and always keep your mouth shut. Hey, here he is.
Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Fredo, you're my older brother, and I love you. But don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again. Ever.
While I was trying to figure out why the guy was saying what he was saying, Nicky just hit him. No matter how big a guy might be, Nicky would take him on. You beat Nicky with fists, he comes back with a bat. You beat him with a knife, he comes back with a gun. And if you beat him with a gun, you better kill him, because he'll keep coming back and back until one of you is dead.
That's a Sicilian message. It means Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes.
I have a sentimental weakness for my children, and I spoil them, as you can see. They talk when they should listen.
Darling, until I saw you.
Well, when Johnny was first starting out, he was signed to this personal service contract with a big band leader. And as his career got better and better, he wanted to get out of it. Now, Johnny is my father's godson. And my father went to see this band leader. And he offered him $10,000 to let Johnny go. But the band leader said no. So the next day, my father went to see him, only this time with Luca Brasi. And within an hour, he signed a release for a certified check of $1,000.
How'd he do that?
My father made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
What was that?
Luca Brasi held a gun to his head, and my father assured him that either his brains or his signature would be on the contract. That's a true story.
You took your first pinch like a man, and you learned the two greatest things in life.
What?
Look at me. Never rat on your friends, and always keep your mouth shut.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
I don't know what to do. My voice is weak. It's weak. Anyway, if I had this part in the picture, you know, it puts me right back up on top again. But this man out there, he won't give it to me. The head of the studio.
What's his name?
Waltz. He won't give it to me, and he says there's no chance. No chance. Oh, Godfather, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you? Is this how you turn out a Hollywood Pinocchio that cries like a woman? What can I do? What can I do? What is that nonsense? Ridiculous.
You spend time with your family?
Sure I do.
Good. Because a man who doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man. Hmm. You look terrible. I want you to eat. I want you to rest well, and a month from now, this Hollywood big shot's gonna give you what you want.
Too late. They start shooting in a week.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. Now, just go outside, enjoy yourself, and forget about all this nonsense. Listen, I want you to leave all to me.
All right.
Yeah? Someday, and that day may never come, I'll call upon you to do a service for me. But until that day, accept this justice as a gift on my daughter's wedding day.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
Good. Someday, and that day may never come, I'll call upon you to do a service for me. But until that day, accept this justice as a gift on my daughter's wedding day.
Grazie. Yes, I do.
Good. Give this to Clemenza. I want reliable people, people that aren't going to be carried away. I mean, we're not murderers, in spite of what this undertaker says.
Tom, can you get me off the hook? For old time's sake.
Can't do it, Sally.
Funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
Really funny. Really funny. What do you mean I'm funny? It's funny, you know. It's a good story. It's funny. You're a funny guy.
What do you mean? You mean the way I talk? What?
It's just, you know, you're just funny. It's, you know, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
Tom, you know, you got it all wrong.
Oh, Anthony. He's a big boy. He knows what he said. What'd you say?
You're right.
Funny how? What?
Just, you know, you're funny.
You mean,
So?
let me understand this, because